Okay, hold on.
Well, now, we call this the act of mating, but there are several other very important differences between human beings and animals that you should know about.
Okay, this is because a second emergency podcast this week. It's Jeremy.
What the hell did I?
With the Star Wars Legends podcast.
Can I quit the podcast now?
You might as well.
Like, what are we doing at this?
We were listening to
It's like-
Bloodhound Gang, but you put your mic in your mouth and it sounded awful, so I had to stop.
What are we doing?
Well, a little something happened today.
I mean, I guess if you call that happening,
You didn't deal with it.
is it like the Is this like the happening, but
Well,
like with us?
Dumber. It was actually dumber than the M. Night Shyamalan movie, The Happening.
Wow.
We had a guy who we'll just call Darth Coward
Okay.
that, quote, let's see here. Let me pull up the screenshot Matt Wilkins texted me at work today.
Oh, you were at work too when he texted it. I'm just
Yeah.
like, what?
Quote, so apparently these two dudes threatened to stab me. And he put a link to our last podcast. And I got all sorts of, I got called a brat. We got called brats, Dylan. He wouldn't attack Amelia, though, because he's a SJW sort of person. And
Right. So Amelia,
Even though I didn't make any, they were talking about their stabbing jokes. Just the only thing I think that comes close on here.
and again, I think we made it pretty clear that it's a running joke and inside joke that we sense that we because it's our sense of humor. It's all twisted and
Didn't threaten him. We did. I didn't threaten him. In fact, I didn't say anything during that except for I laughed because I was not part of the
My
joke.
camera.
But apparently, because you and Amelia had a joke, and you can't blame Amelia, he blamed me for it. So
and me because it's the two guys.
yeah, because we're honky devils, even though Dylan's Hispanic.
Right.
What if he knew you were Hispanic? He probably just would have attacked me.
Probably.
Yeah. Dylan's a minority here.
I am. I'm a 1/16 Cherokee. That's not true.
Oh,
But I am actually Hispanic, yeah.
but this guy. So naturally, when people are calling us names, brats, calling us fuckers, sort of thing. Oh, someone threatened to watch the whole 2 hours to find the part that threatened him, so he could block us. And I think he
Legends say he is still watching the podcast to this day to see exactly where it happened. He's on his 5th or 6th viewing. He swears it happened sometime, but he just doesn't know when.
But
So he keeps watching
I mean,
and watching.
it was so
Okay.
confusing to follow because I don't follow this guy. In fact, I only heard of him once because he did this to Matt Wilkins. He still does it to Matt Wilkins. But I guess because Matt Wilkins doesn't give him the time of day, and we're not even going to call him by name, he turned to us. Guilt by association. It's the only thing I can think of that he would actually watch this.
Well, he's not going to watch this. He's just going to find something completely out of context that we say and blame us for it.
So I tweeted him and I said, "Can you give me a specific time as to when you did this?" In fact, I can actually pull up the tweet right now. You can read this. And thank you, Matt Brown, for the favorite on Twitter.
Okay.
I said, quote, "Hi there, comma. I would like to see see some proof of these stabbing accusations." End of first sentence. Beginning of second sentence. "Thank you for the publicity," smiley face. And I think that's why he blocked me on Twitter.
And that's kind of the we have a reason that we have our Darth names. For example, Darth Grosser on a podcast that we were in once had audio problems where every time he would turn his mic on,
There would
it
be-
sounded his yelling about said groceries.
it's
Darth Harasser, we call him because he harassed people at a convention. And apparently Darth Coward is one of the people he allegedly harassed. Allegedly. By the way, you can say anything you want if you just have allegedly at the end of it, because you're just saying like allegedly. But anyway, yeah, no joke, no country aside, he allegedly Darth Harasser allegedly harassed Darth Coward. But the reason we call him Darth Coward is because it seems like every time one of us goes there to try to correct him, or he just start a dialogue about it, he just blocks us. I mean, Brian, who's been on the show before a few times, helped out with the billboard. He was pretty much the driving force behind the billboard, really. Darth Harasser, or not Darth Harasser, I'm getting our Darths mixed up now. Darth Coward posted that no one's going to know what everyone's going to ask why are Star Wars fans asking about the European Union. And Brian replied to that saying, actually, if you look on the website, it says clearly that we want the expanded universe continued under the Legends banner, and then he just blocked him for that. So we call him Darth Coward because he just blocks people without responding or even opening up the dialogue. So, yeah.
Well, I'm trying to get Matt.
Of course, he'll probably take. We're trying to get Matt to join. We're going to have a mid-podcast join. And actually, now that I settle that, he's probably going to post this one and be like, now they're saying I'm a coward because I block people who disagree with me. Okay.
Yeah, good for you. You did it. I'm glad you're telling the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to get a mid-podcast
We'll see.
guest star.
He's watching right now. Matt, join
Matt's
us.
watching. Matt Wilkins?
Yes.
Or Matt?
Yes. I haven't talked to Matt in a week. So it's like, Dylan's talked to him more recently. Well, I mean, I texted him briefly, because I was a little irritated, a little peed off, I will say.
This was almost a can rants, and then I wanted to get in on it too. And obviously, we know we can't, unless we were to do this call like with us both on our toilets, I guess.
Yeah, my audio would be so bad. It have to be the tablet.
Right.
Remember when Panther tried to join us on a tablet or a phone and it didn't work? And he kept getting cut out for like 20 minutes at a stretch.
Yeah, and I'm a single college student who works on cars for a living, so my bathroom is not the cleanest.
Hey, my shower's clean. That's it. That's all that's clean right now. I cleaned it this
Oh, my shower's a mess. You have no clue how much, I don't bother. I clean it like maybe once every few weeks because after one shower, it's just like grease and oil and just everywhere. I've mostly given up. I'm just like, it's gonna be like this. I'm the only one that uses it.
Yeah.
How did this get from Darth Coward to our bathing habits?
I don't know. But we bathe.
We do bathe.
That's what matters in the end.
In fact, it's actually mandated at my workplace that we bathe at least once a day and wear deodorant and shave
Oh, I shave.
because we have hygiene standards. I know. You don't have like the caveman thing anymore.
It got so hot, man. Last night it was so disgusting. It was the tropics in here. It was so bad. So I just shaved my hair off.
You sure?
I mean,
Yeah.
pubes, but I mean, that's not for this podcast. It's for What's Under Jeremy's Shorts. Check out that podcast. Never.
But I mean, I meant like, are you sure? Because I mean, we all know the real reason. You're just such a big new canon fan that you were going to the old Luke Skywalker bearded look.
Oh, dude, that beard is so wonderful. Don't talk shit about it. It makes perfect sense for their new canon, and I got no problem with that.
The beer.
Makes me want to watch Force Awakens and masturbate. I mean, watch intently.
What the hell? I'm trying to figure out where my hamsters went, and you're.
Wait, you have hamsters? What purposes do you need hamsters for?
Oh, I have well, yeah, I mean, Jeremy has cats. I guess I'm gonna get my pets. I have 4 hamsters and a python. Those are my pets. But I'm wondering what happens because I used to have 12 hamsters and a python, but I don't know where they keep going. I don't know. It is weird because it's like one like will like get out of its cage and like somehow go missing like every couple of weeks, and it's like where the hell are they going? If you're watching this, if you can put in the comments what you think is happening to my hamsters, that'd be great.
Yeah. God, and then Matt won't join us. What an asshole! What an asshole! Anyway. Shut up! Where was it?
Do you want to talk about Jaina?
Oh yeah, we need to vote Jaina. Django, you asshole. I mean,
You voted for Starkiller like the traitor.
well, here's the thing. I get voting for any EU character. Here's the deal. Starkiller already had a Black Series figure. So did Mara. Although they weren't the 6-inch ones, they were the smaller ones. They had them already. There's actually been a slew of EU Black Series figures prior to the Disney buyout.
Malgus, even Revan had. Revan had one.
I don't think Revan did. Though that was the 30th anniversary. They had Bastila. Bastila had one. Malgus had one. Starkiller had one. Plagius had one. And Mara had one. And those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head.
There's more. You can pretty much. I mean, you could find them on eBay. They're expensive, but
I really wanted a Darth Plagius one
to go next to your copy of Plagius. But yeah, Jaina is. I mean, I said this earlier today in a video, but of the 4 expanded universe character, Jaina is the least likely that they can make into the new canon. In fact, it's pretty much impossible to have Jaina Solo in the new canon because I mean, that's like that would be like levels of continuity errors that would make Dave Filoni jealous. That's how bad it would be.
Have a heart attack because he couldn't do it better.
Oh my god, he would be like he might just quit writing because it's like there's no way I can possibly mess continuity up that much. I'm just done.
Okay, we need to send Matt a link.
We need to send Matt a link. He's coming in. Okay, we're gonna have an emergency in the middle of a podcast ad.
Tried to do it.
By the way, whenever we have Matt on the podcast, because Google is terrible and because Matt is not that tech savvy, it takes approximately 7 to 12 years to get him on average.
Hey, you're being too nice. It's a 15-year thing.
15? Okay.
Decade and a half.
Like, I mean,
I have to mow the lawn that doesn't exist in my yard.
Right.
It's just, you know.
It's like if you started watching like the King Kong with like Jack Black in it, right? You would basically get to like the parts when like the musical number is happening at like the 2.5 hour mark, and he would still just be clicking on the link to get in at that point.
You'd be watching The Godfather on VHS, and you'd be on the second VHS tape.
You could probably get through the entire Star Wars saga before he would get into here. But anyway, we've completely gone off topic again. Amelia's not even here, and she's derailing us in spirit.
Amelia, we miss you. Come back on the show so we can.
But currently, our biggest fear with them adding expanded universe character winning is they can bring them into the new canon. Well, there literally is no possible way that they can bring Jaina into the new canon. Not only that, because they can use it as a justifier, like this character is popular, we can put it in the new canon. That's what we're trying to avoid. But the same token, they can think, wow, this character is really popular. We had a novel in the works about that same character that got discontinued, even though it was pretty much almost done. What if we made that novel and just released it to cash in on all the people thinking it was popular? Then we get our EU back. It works from multiple angles. And then there's another people in the poll who are complaining that, like, oh, only movie characters should be in the poll. Only blah, blah, blah. You know, the expanded universe doesn't belong in the poll. They need to do the movie characters. I'll challenge you to remember last year in the fan poll. The finalists were Revan and Sabine, who ended up winning. There was the Gamorrean Guard, Lando,
Old Ben, which they made a Black Series figure anyway.
Exactly, that's the problem. There were two others, but they made Old Ben lost. He was one of the least voted out of them, and fast forward a year later, all of a sudden he's a Black Series figure.
He's a nice.
Granted, he's an exclusive Black Series figure that you can only buy at certain conventions, but he's still a Black Series figure. And he was still released before both of the winners last year. This is why we're rallying for the expanded universe. They're going to make these characters eventually anyway. They have no incentive to make the expanded universe characters unless we vote for them. Now, currently, Jaina's third in the voting. Darth Talon is at 25%, Starkiller at 22%, Jaina at 16%, Captain Rex at 15%, Dengar 13%, and Mara at 9%. Now, StarWars.com has a bit of a problem with their polls with bot voting or people spamming the votes. It's a lot more relevant around the time they do their March Madness stuff. But they do have the problem. Now, in recent years, they fixed the problem, or at least kind of. What they do is a little bit before the poll ends, somehow they're able to determine the ones, they're able to clear out the spam ones so that it becomes more accurate to how people were actually voting and following the rules. So it's possible that one or more of the characters are currently getting spammed because of the bot voting. So there's still hope for Jaina. And then there's also the argument that last year, Revan won by a landslide. It was like 45-46 to 23-24%. But over 20-point difference. But Sabine also got the bonus figure. Now this year, it's a lot closer with the top three, really the top four, within less than 10 percentage points of each other.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a possibility that we could get more than one figure. We could get probably 2 or 3 figures. So keep voting Jaina just so we can keep Rex out of it. We can keep her in the top 3, maybe even get to the top slot. Keep the expanded
Rex one sooner.
They're going to make a Rex one anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in Rebels. They're making pretty much all the Rebels characters. I think almost all the main cast has been announced at this point. But yeah, keep voting Jaina. Keep promoting Vote Jaina. We will win this. We got about 4 days left. 3 days, actually, because today's almost over. But anyway.
You know what that means? It means that we'll have a Thrawn figure.
Yeah. Not that I care. Not my Thrawn.
It's a Thrawn. Thrawn's a Thrawn. Well, no, it's
I'm not even if they make a Lego Rebels set with Thrawn in it, I'm not going to buy it.
Was there ever a Thrawn minifigure?
No. I have let me find it. I have a custom Thrawn, which is basically I use the 2014, I think it was, the year that the Wolf Yularen was the May the 4th character for Lego. Basically, it's a white uniform, pretty much almost identical to the Grand Admiral's uniform. I have that torso and uniform, and then I put a Duros head on it because they've made Duros figures before, and that's my custom Thrawn. But even if they make a real Thrawn, I'm not going to buy it. Like an actual official Thrawn, I'm not going to buy it because it'll be a Rebels character, and it's not the real Thrawn.
I don't think Matt's going to join us.
Just like how this coming wave, I will not be buying the Armada. I will not be buying whatever the hell the Imperial Fleet flotilla is going to be. Gonzaga class, I think it is, because it's not canon, or it's from Rebels. It's from the new canon, and I only collect expanded universe and movie canon stuff, or old movie canon, I guess.
Should we get into what we're reading?
Sure.
Vote Jaina.
Vote Jaina. I'm reading Vote Jaina. I'm also on the side reading Vote Jaina.
I mean, it's better than Bill reading Kenobi's Blade still.
Well, not really, because I'm still at the exact same spot I was in Fate of the Jedi Abyss. I haven't picked it up. Well, to be fair, we recorded it Sunday. This is what, Tuesday?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I've read a lot. Let's see. I am on issue 18 of the original Marvel Star Wars comics. Read a really cool Star Wars issue that had Luke. It was a one-shot about Luke and Biggs fighting Tusken Raiders. It was pretty cool. Darth Bane: Path of Destruction. I'm a third of the way through now. He's now training to be a Sith. That's where I'm at.
Hey! Spoilers!
Oh,
Come
yeah,
on.
Darth Bane.
Come on, people didn't.
Matt just messaged me. How do I get in?
You guys are about to see a live sneak peek of behind the scenes getting these podcasts started. Hold on, we are not ending until Matt gets in here.
Okay, but anyway.
Sorry for the 3-day long podcast in advance, guys.
Can I just say this? I'm listening to Aftermath Life Debt right now. It is the longest fucking thing I've ever listened to. Well, no, it's not true. Atlas Shrugged is 4 8-hour parts. It's the longest thing I've ever listened to. But this feels like the longest thing. It's on part 3, and I'm only halfway through the book.
Vision of the Future is a 24-hour audiobook. I know, because I listened to that in less than 2 days.
But Visions of the Future is a good book. Aftermath Life Debt, although it's 15 hours long, feels like 2 years long. The thing about it, it's slightly better than Aftermath, I will give it that. But it has interludes, which are useless. It's all horribly written, and there's over amounts of sexual innuendos and just straight up sex stuff in it.
So he's trying to be Troy Denning now?
In a really bad Troy Denning, like one of the characters said she would ride this guy like a land speeder or a speeder bike.
What?
That's actually said in the book. Yeah.
Is like Mark Thompson after every just going like, kill me.
Mark Thompson's like, bring me more Ritalin. Give me some more Xanax, please. I need to take a nap. Which, by the way, he seems like he's not trying in this. I'm gonna be honest. His voices are off. Some of them are good, like his solo voice is really good. His Leia voice is off. But I mean,
his Leia voice has always been off. Unfortunately, he's not good at making women.
It's off more than usual, and a lot of the characters, because I remembered what they sounded like in the first Aftermath book, don't sound the same. Sound a little off. But it's just like, really. And then the character that's not Thrawn but acts like Thrawn, he's sleeping with like an intern, and it comes off as rapey, and I'm like, oh no, leave this out of Star Wars. Come
Oh
on.
man, sleeping with an intern? You mean like that's never happened in Star Wars before? There certainly isn't, a character who is pretty much known for being someone's mistress, who ended up being kind of badass in the end, even though they always failed for some reason. That's certainly never happened before, at least. You're just like smiling. And Matt's like, how do I internet? What's the start button?
Yeah.
Wait, do I left or right click it? What we should do is we should get Matt on Skype and like while we're in the podcast, walk him through how to join.
I'm just, hey Matt, are you lost?
Oh my goodness.
They can hear you. Way.
I could hear you.
I'm going to be echoey really bad, I think. Am I echoey, Dylan? No, you're not in the call, so it's fine. I sent you a link on here. On your computer. That's your phone.
If only we edited this podcast.
He's giving me twisted faces right now.
Is he taking his shirt off?
No, he's not.
Is he flipping off the camera?
Oh no, he's giving the Tristan a cringe face. Stop.
Okay.
Oh, he's jerking off. No.
Okay. Matt, come on. There are kids that watch
He
this.
took the shirt off. Oh, it is. He turned the lights. Oh no, no.
All right, Matt. Matt.
What has my life come to?
All right, so walk Matt through because I don't think he can. You're not even. I click away for like.
Doing the Darth Grosser.
I click away for 2 seconds and then I come back and it's just your chair.
Now, Jaden's messaging me on the admin's chat saying, "What the fuck." Jaden, join the chat. Join the call right now, you Australian asshole. Matt, you just click on the Google sign-in thing I sent you. You didn't get it?
It does. It asks for a plug-in, and it's still verifying it. But it freezes every time.
It's
I
still
tap.
verifying the plugin. By
God,
the way,
why is this
good
all
time to mention.
This happens to him and Bill every time. Only Bill's it takes slightly less time.
Well, that's only because our great sponsor Comcast is just doing such a fantastic job being the intermediary, bringing this podcast to you all. Comcast Internet,
Oh my god. Oh, so Wild Space is
Hello.
canon in the new canon.
Oh, yeah, I think you said that last podcast.
Did I? Yeah, it is. It is playing a key role in this. Oh, and Han Solo is rocking his Luke Skywalker homeless beard
Okay.
because he got stranded or something. He's been hiding out on this planet in wild space. Chewbacca's missing, and like people, Wedge has a new girlfriend, who's one of the main characters. They have a thing.
Is she like a blue-skinned scientist that used to work on the Death Star? Okay. So
No.
they're at least being original now.
Yeah. I
Okay.
expect this, considering Wedge's backstory is now he was an Imperial pilot. Matt just
Okay.
hung up on me.
How rude.
How rude!
Ichuta.
I did the Jar Jar when that's a C-3PO.
Oh. I don't know. They both sound the same.
Jaden's coming to his PC. Sounds pretty gross, dude.
Wow.
I mean, it's better than coming.
First we had a Canadian. Now we're gonna have an Australian. What's going on here?
Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! Oh no! It is Jaden.
What the
God,
fuck?
Discord, the worst talking website.
Fuck you, Discord is amazing.
No, it's not. It's fucking trash, and you know it.
Fuck off. Nah, Discord is the best. You don't know
So
what to talk about.
Remember when this is supposed to be a short podcast where we just talked about Darth, whatever his name is, Darth
No, we
Coward?
gotta get the whole admins in here. This podcast is gonna last for hours.
We're never gonna get the whole admins because Django will never.
Shoving things up his beehole, like I said last time.
It's currently like
Sleeping.
it's currently like 4 in the morning for Hazim.
And
Sean never checks it anyway.
yeah, I think it's because I renamed his tag Butt Sex Goldilocks, which still it's taken Dylan like 3 months to actually figure out.
Well, again, because he never comments, so I never see his nickname.
Jaden, what's your name on there?
I don't remember.
Please don't
I
say
think is it still Gaiden Dom?
Yes.
All right. So whenever we have a new person on the podcast, we have to go with the how you got into the EU. So
Oh, alright. Originally, when I was a kid, I played KOTOR, as you do. Fucking brilliant game. And then I sort of went off Star Wars for a while. I always used to watch Episode 2, because I had that on DVD when I was a little kid. That was a great movie, you know. The classic prequels, the best movies. And then maybe as soon as the Clone Wars finished, I pretty much marathoned the whole thing, being a Star Wars noob and all. And then that pretty much led me into, oh, look at all these cool planets and the lore and stuff. And then I started reading the novels, and then the fucking it's all no longer canon. And then I raged for a while, and yeah, I've got all my shit behind me, but I can't be fucked turning on my webcam, so I won't bother. I started off, I'll say, I was gonna read from KOTOR, or the Old Republic section through the novels, and read in chronological order, but I gave up on that and read Death Troopers, which is a fantastic book. And then
Oh, what a great book!
then I read Kenobi, another fucking fantastic book. And then I started Darth Bane, and then I got tired out in Star Wars.
You're triggering a certain Darth Grosser right now
Yes.
because you know this is he now watches these again. So
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Kenobi is the best Star Wars book, hands down. It's the best book in the. It's not even the best. It's the best book. Hang on. I'm going to get my
Karen
webcam.
Travis is the best writer, correct?
oh yeah, Karen Travis is by far the best writer ever. She just like, I mean, no one writes like she does. I mean, just like, you know, with all the anti-Jedi sentiments and like, you know, just like war doc. There's no writer like it. Just the best, just top notch. Everything is great about what Karen Travis does.
All right, so Jaden, what have you been reading?
The best book. Here we go. I haven't really been reading anything recently. I've just been playing video games and being shit. The last thing I was reading was the Darth Bane trilogy. I got up to halfway through the second book.
Oh, I'm on the first. I'm a third of the way through the first.
Oh, the first book was pretty good. I just haven't been motivated to read. And, yeah,
In your
I don't know.
Mandalorian garage.
Oh, yeah, hang on. I'll go.
Oh, geez, I'm getting.
Here we go. It's my God War of Mandalore. and I've got a big ass shelf over there full of Star Wars stuff, and I started collecting 40k as well. So I got my 40k
Oh my
models
god.
on my PC.
Just like take
the
your
Oaks.
paycheck and burn it if you're gonna start getting into that
Yeah,
rabbit hole.
yeah. I didn't even walk into the store. I burnt money and they shipped it to me.
Okay, so I have to jump in here. Matt asked me on Skype for Dylan to talk about his upcoming speed dating.
Oh my god, why? I'm not speed dating.
Yes, you are. Dylan, if I'm gonna buy you Armada, you're gonna have to fucking speed date.
He can't even. No. No.
Dylan, Hey, everyone, win a date with Dylan. Still going on right now.
What a date with Dylan.
Why is this a thing?
Because you
Why is this a thing?
have your own fangirls and boys.
I have my hamsters. What the? God damn it! Now there's 3 of them.
Oh yeah, he left his python out with his hamsters again.
No, I mean they're in the same cage, yeah, but I mean I feed them. Oh.
Oh, Jay, Matt again is asking you to feed Dylan some pickup lines.
What the fuck? You want me to ask Dylan some pickup lines?
Yeah,
What matters this?
Each of the ways.
Is this Waru? Is this Waru?
Waru for president? Oh yeah, we haven't plugged that.
Yeah, World for President. Is there any news recently for the World for President camp?
His Waru lady, kind of,
Oh, that's right.
yeah, Josie, alas. Josie, you should have written your speech properly and not plagiarized.
Mhm.
Reader 1717's last video.
Right.
It didn't actually even work out with your thing,
Right. It's just unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, with all the controversy about Matt and the emails, that's just bad.
It's just getting worse, really. I mean, but like again, he still has the nomination of the I keep forgetting his party's name.
The Waru Party.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, vote Waru, vote
I'm
Jane.
trying to get Tevi in the call, but he's not responding.
If we get Tevi in the call, this will never end. All right,
It'll be
so let's
pretty
get
good.
to let's get the. All right.
Oh wow! Breaking news right now on Waru, from Matt Wilkins. Waru's VP shortlist is Jedi Prince Ken and Jackson, allegedly.
Allegedly, right. By the way, Jaden, if you weren't watching earlier, you can basically say whatever you want as long as you add allegedly after it, then it makes it okay.
Oh, okay.
Like,
So I can say that allegedly
Threatened to
Django
stab.
did actually give Groovy a hand, bro.
No, that's probably happened.
I mean, allegedly, Django did receive a completely free copy of Battlefront and then complained about it and said he wanted his money back. Allegedly, of course. Allegedly. All allegedly.
Oh, but more from Matt. Allegedly, Dylan is really John Sadler. Allegedly.
Oh my god. All right.
Ugh.
Let's get to Darth Riddler's 78-part.
That on here. Well, okay, so Dylan apparently
Matt, get in here.
stuffed his hamsters up his ass, allegedly. I mean, we've all been thinking that.
Come on. One of them. I just lost one of them.
This is why
We started the podcast with 4, and now there's 3 of them.
Kenobi. In Kenobi, we try.
We've got to get the triggering going,
Okay, so we have a 10-part question from Dark Snovia we need to answer.
Only 10? Is it only 10
know.
part this week?
I know, he decided to give us some light reading today.
Mhm.
Oh.
Pull this up. Do you want me to pull it up for once?
I have it up. Who is your favorites of the Solo kids and why?
Jaina?
Yeah, the one that's not dead.
Yeah. What about you, Jaden?
I haven't read into all of that shit, so let's just go.
Close second.
Jaina.
Close
I'll
second.
copy it along with you.
Alana is adorable.
Oh,
Close second.
could go Anya.
I think Alana's better.
Alana is pretty fucking cute.
She has a pet Nexu. I mean, like,
Yeah.
come on.
Next question.
I know I'm biased, as Lincoln Soul is my favorite of the Solo kids, but am I the only one that feels like killing him off was a waste? He had so much potential. I mean, yeah.
I disagree because it was a curveball to the fans.
Yeah, it's kind of half and half. Yes, it was a waste. He probably would have led the Jedi better than they could have without him after Luke's gone. But again, it had to. It's a good twist.
Yeah, and plus, that would be boring.
Exactly. I mean, you're literally reading New Jedi Order. For the first half, they built up Anakin so much in the first half of how powerful he is, and you're just like, okay, yeah, I see where this is going. Okay, yeah, this guy, and then you get halfway through the series, and it's like they just killed off the protagonist.
Oh, great.
Who's calling?
Tristan, why are you in my... We're in a podcast right now.
Oh my gosh, we're getting Tristan.
Tristan, are you going to speak?
Yes, he's speaking right now.
Can we hear...
Send him a link to the Hangout. Send him a link to the Hangout.
Yeah, I'm going to send you the link to the Hangout right now.
Oh my god, we're getting Tristan on here now.
Oh, yes.
Now Bill's gonna get triggered. First we're triggering Darth Grosher. Now we're triggering Bill.
You're
This
not-
podcast should just be trigger warning. This podcast will be Legends Episode 17 trigger warning.
Tristan, I was channeling you today. We had a guy who accused me of threatening to stab him.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, you know.
Allegedly.
Hey, come on, join us. Join us, man.
Joining.
He's joining.
Oh, baby.
Oh, shit. Okay, he hung up. Oh, this is gonna be good.
He's probably gonna flip and like, who's this Jaden guy? I don't know, Jaden.
How come Dylan can talk about Solo? Yeah, Matt has a great question for you, Dylan. How come you can talk about hot Solo girls, but you can't do speed dating?
Matt, that's creepy. Okay, Alana's like 8. I mean, if you think that's hot, Matt, I mean, I'm not judging, but like it's kind of creepy. I mean, you're what, like you're in your 30s, and
I don't know, with the technology. What the fuck? Oh my god! This podcast is now a train wreck. I don't even know.
somehow
This is as bad as
7
the lost
people.
episode.
This may go the way of Across of the Omniverse Hangout 1. Okay,
No, I need more
question.
people for that to happen.
Next question. We gotta get through this.
Okay. Am I the only one that felt like Darth Maul was more badass before the Clone Wars neutered him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone thinks.
No, man. I love that spider leg Darth Maul, of course. He was a fucking amazing character.
Well, it's the Council Forcecast. If you watch, they did a red.
He sexually identifies as a spider now, okay, guys? You have to accept it.
How does he poop? That's my question.
I actually have a retcon for this, kind of. Fabrics have different body structures than normal humans, like how they have 2 hearts. Zabrox, yeah, Zabrox. Zabrox, well, whatever, however you pronounce their criffing name. They have two hearts. They have different bodily functions. Maybe their systems are wired a different way, that they don't need to do that.
Where they poop.
I don't know. Maybe they don't need to do it. I don't know. Where does Waru poop?
Well, we didn't see him eat, so I don't know if he has to poop.
Right, exactly.
Maybe
He uses the force for nourishment.
maybe it's just photosynthesis. Oh yes, the force, of course.
Could someone who is actually talented with Photoshop please make a Clone Wars Darth Maul of him with a giant sunflower as a plant?
Yes.
Make
yes.
a photosynthesis
I'll do it. I'll do it before the end of the podcast. Wait, so we wanted to have a tree growing out of his spider ass? Alright, I'm on it. Spider mole. Run it down Google.
What is going on?
Alright, next.
Okay.
question.
Who's your favorite Star Wars villain? Dave Filoni. Oh, wait, did I say that out loud? Sorry.
Chuck Wendig then.
Sorry.
Abrams? Bob Iger. I mean,
I would have to say Pelion, because even though he is not, he
This
becomes a
came
good guy.
up when I was looking for Spider Mole.
Spider.
oh no! Oh, Tristan's also having to download the plugins. God, what's? Are we just used to this terrible way of doing Hangouts?
I guess it's because we actually update our stuff, unlike Matt, who just doesn't. Like how he didn't. He just lets it go. You know, how he didn't help fund Hexerdusk, so now he's not going to be able to get it. And then he doesn't want to do the Indiegogo as well, so he's basically not going to read Hexerdusk. By the way, when that comes out, we are going to do a podcast on it.
Yeah,
It looks awesome.
we'll do a book club episode.
Anyway, how many wasted opportunities do you feel the original expanded universe had? Do you feel like the new canon tells the stories that never a chance to tell? Wasted opportunities.
Yeah, they had some stuff. Well, it was just they didn't flesh things out.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, the new canon isn't doing any better. In fact, it's worse.
Yeah.
They're so limited on what they're allowed to write that, they can't go anywhere with it. So you have a whole bunch of crap between episodes 4 and 5. Again. And, nothing anywhere else, really. And next question.
I'm glad you loved my finale to my I'm Done with Lucasfilm series. Would it be a good idea to upload it at some point in the future, just for some amusement?
Yes.
It's your channel. Do what the hell you want with it.
Jaden, did you see Dark Snovia throw all of his new canon books after tearing them up in the garbage?
No, I heard you talk about it last podcast though.
It was hilarious. I was laughing on the toilet and
He should have. Again, he should have put it in the same funeral pyre that Matt Wilson put his Kevin Durant jerseys in. Anyway, this is most likely going to get asked at some point in the future, but how bad do you think the hack Dave Felony will ruin Thrawn and Rebels? By the way, true story. Whenever I try to type in Dave Filoni, my autocorrect legitimately tries to change it to felony. I don't know if autocorrect is trying to tell me something.
I think so.
That whole hamster thing, though. Anyway, next question.
God damn it! Now there's two of them.
Well, it's Rebels. Do we even care?
Yeah. I mean, everyone, from what I've heard, everyone in the show is either incompetent or like Darth Vader. He just showed up, kicked ass for a little bit, and then he's like, oh, he's kicking too much ass, so we need to write a way that he can like go away.
Oh, you mean how he
So it's gonna be one of the,
killed Ahsoka at the end of last season?
allegedly.
What?
Allegedly.
Oh, Darth
Allegedly.
Maul's in the show.
Okay.
That's a thing.
My fucking Australian internet can't even load an image of a tree. What the fuck?
Australia show sponsor. The
Which
whole
Star
country.
Wars? Next one. Which Star Wars comic or novel do you feel is overrated? Heir to the Empire.
The Force.
Definitely not Kenobi, of course. It's the best book in
Right.
Star Wars.
No, Kenobi is actually the most underrated book of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
It's all Edward's fault, though, because he put out so much hate on it. I blame him.
The fucking.
I'm actually gonna.
Star Wars was incredibly overrated.
I
And that
mean,
was coded as like a game changer in the EU when it wasn't.
what was?
The Brian Wood Star Wars comics,
Yeah,
that was garbage.
I would say it's become more apparent recently, but I'm gonna stick with Heir to the Empire, just because they're good books. That series, it did wonders for the expanded universe, but I just feel like recently it's gotten to a point of, and this kind of stems off the whole Zontalk, where it's almost completely infallible when, like Matt says, there are flaws to it. There are books in the expanded universe that are a lot better, but it's kind of become so trendy of all the expanded universe books, basically see like, I hate the expanded universe. I love Thrawn, but I hate the expanded universe, that I feel it's become over 2 years than recent history. But yeah, I'm actually gonna stick with Heir to the Empire, not to trigger every single expanded universe fan out there.
They Force Unleashed, though.
Yeah.
Because that's trash. It's so dumb. It was a really fun game, but it had a stupid story. Second one had an even dumber story.
But the second one had better gameplay.
No, it was too easy. They broke the.
It was the same. You went through a fucking level where you hack and slash, then you find one of those stupid fucking mechs where you freeze it, smash it. Then there's another mech, freeze it, smash it. There's another mech, freeze it, smash it. It's the same loop again and again and again. The first game actually had some variety.
Yeah, the first one, there was actually a challenge. But when you have two lightsabers and you fly around the screen, you're just gonna murder everything. I think there was only
It's easier than the
one
Batman
time
games.
in that game where I had difficulty, and it was when I was fighting like 4 ATSTs.
The challenges were pretty bad. I still haven't beat them all yet.
I haven't.
Anyway. Why am I the only one who has questions? As I do wish I had some sort of competition, but it doesn't seem like anyone else wants to challenge me in terms of how much complex question I ask. Why is that?
Evil hat. You need to come back and challenge Dark Synovia.
Right. We're actually going to do a giveaway.
I'm giving Dylan away.
No, but in all seriousness,
Seriously,
we have
take them, please.
with Dark Synovia, who we've had on the show before. If you ask good questions still, which not all of Dark Synovia's questions are good, Dark Synovia just kind of has like a shotgun thing where like he just hits like 50 questions out.
Fired. My God.
He just has like 50 questions out.
If you
and
ask
like
200
200
questions, one of them is bound to be good.
Exactly. But again, we have him on the show because he provides us with content. So, you want to be on the show, ask us questions. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Final question, which is a lie because you'll have 8 million questions in the next one, but sure, keep lying to yourself. Has there ever been a novel that you read that pissed you off so much that you just couldn't finish it because it was so bad and it was boring?
Luke Skywalker in the Shadows of Mindor.
No.
Huh.
No, but Planet of Twilight, I was so close. I was so close just saying no.
I remember more about Dark Empire than I do about Into the Twilight. I read them both at about the same time.
Oh, there
This
we
is my
go.
progress, by the way.
Oh no! What the hell? This may be part of our thumbnails for these videos.
We're just gonna have a picture. All right. Does
All
Matt
right.
have any more questions?
No,
Is Matt even still watching?
probably not.
He's
But
probably gonna.
I don't know why anyone is watching, to be honest.
I don't know.
It's probably gonna be like a.
Right now, go to Skype, call Tristan and Matt, and we'll continue having a more profane conversation while I get some.
It's gonna be like that one time when we recorded a podcast and we invited Josie and she was downloading it. Then it took her too long, so we recorded the podcast. And 20 minutes after we ended the podcast, she finally got in.
And I'd like to thank our sponsor,